Good afternoon, fellow business administrative students. My name is Trisha Dodson, and I would like to speak to the class on maintaining a competitive advantage in the marketplace. For my presentation, I would like to use Apple Incorporated as an example because they have demonstrated a consistent competitive advantage and they have also consistently been able to outmaneuver their competitors in the marketplace. One of the ways that a company will maintain a competitive advantage is by examining factors that threaten their market share. One of the ways that a company can do this is by doing a SWOT analysis. What is a SWOT analysis? A SWOT analysis is when a company examines their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in the marketplace. In other words, what are their strong suits? What products do they offer that that their customers like? What are the weaknesses that the company has? In other words, what internal factors may actually weaken their either product or their processes? The opportunities would be what opportunities are there in the marketplace to increase their market shares, or to appeal to a wider range of customers. Threats would be can be internal, but mostly they would be external. Threats would be competitors that actually offer the same or similar products. Apple's core business would be the iPhone, iPad, iMac, iPod, Apple TV, and iCloud services. They operate in 5 market segments, and that has been one of the ways that Apple has been able to maintain a competitive advantage because they are diversified and they have a strong retail presence. The other way that a company can maintain a competitive advantage is by exploiting things that they are really good at. And the way that a company becomes really good at a certain product is by using innovation, by actually using their research and development to develop new products and services. The competitive advantage that Apple has been able to uh, maintain over its rival has to be contributed to a number of factors which many companies that maintain competitive in the marketplace utilize. 3 factors are: 1, the value customers place on the company's products; 2, the price that the company charges for its products; 3, the cost of creating those products; and the value customers place on the product is actually called the utility that they get from the product. And then the third thing is actually the cost of creating the products, as I mentioned before. The value or utility that a customer would place on a product is demonstrated by, say, when a customer prefers to buy a Mercedes or a Lexus over, say, a Kia. Apple spends a very large amount, actually billions of dollars, on research and development. The reason why they're spending those dollars is because it helps them to innovate new products and services. And this helps them to remain competitive in the marketplace. Some of their strongest major strengths would be their strong brand name, the diversification of their product. In other words, they have a diversified product mix: their personal computers, iPhone, iPad, their operational efficiency, and their innovative technology. Also, their aggressive R&D budget, which is actually in the past 3 years have been over 7.5 million. Some of their weaknesses would be their dependence on network providers such as AT&T, Verizon, or Sprint, because if these fail, this could significantly impact Apple's smartphone customers. Other weaknesses could be the limitations of the iPhone because some of the other mobile providers actually have a wider variety of options. But some of their biggest opportunities are actually in the retail segment. Apple could explore new retail markets since they currently operate in a total of over 390 stores, including 250 in the US and 140 international. Apple could continue to expand their retail market. Also, there's an ever present opportunity to expand in the online segment. Basically, Apple has continued to innovate and traverse new horizons. They will reinvest their profits in the future by spending billions of dollars on research and development, and their brand name remains consistently strong. I would like to end this presentation by saying that Apple has demonstrated that a company can maintain its competitive advantage by consistently delivering what the customer wants. And I'll also end it by a famous quote by Steve Jobs, which says, "The overall point is that new technology will not necessarily replace old technology, but it will date it. By definition, eventually it will replace it. But it's like the people who had black and white televisions when color came out. They eventually had to decide whether to invest in new technology, whether it was worth the investment. If Apple consistently follows the legacy left by Steve Jobs and his leadership and vision, people will always want to buy Apple products and they will continue to invest their dollars in Apple." Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.